Today is bright and lovely. Welcome to Mathematics Meal. Today we have question number 6. Remember, it is still on year 1 series. You will like this. Watch this video to the end so that you can know how we can resolve this particular fraction into partial fractions. Thank you. So let's begin without taking much time. We're asked to resolve into partial fractions 6x raised to the power 3 plus 5x squared minus 7 divided by 3x squared minus 2x minus what? Minus 1. We want to resolve this into partial fraction. So what are we going to do? You know, we know how to resolve a fraction into partial fraction, but in this case now we will not just jump into those steps because of what? If we look at this, the highest power here is greater than the highest power here. For you to resolve a fraction into partial fraction, the denominator must be of higher degree than the what? Numerator. But here the degree of the numerator, that's the order, is greater than that of the what? Denominator. So we cannot start the resolution into partial fraction immediately. We need to do something first. So in a situation where the denominator is of lower degree than the what? Than the numerator, the first thing we do is to apply polynomial what? Division. We need to carry out polynomial division so that we can reduce the power in the what? In the numerator. That's the first thing we have to do. If you don't know how to do polynomial division, you can leave a comment, I cannot do polynomial division, so that we can run a video for that, or we can send a video to you so that you can master how to carry out division in polynomial. Okay, so let's look at it. So the first thing we are going to do is to do what? Carry out polynomial division. So we are going to do that now. All right, if you look at this again, this is a cubic function, but one of the term is missing. That's the x, the term containing x, right? So we are going to add it and make the coefficient to be what? To be 0. That's the only way we can actually do our division without problem. So because we have a missing term, we'll add it so that when we are arranging the terms we obtain from the division, it will not confuse us. So we normally use our long division method while dividing polynomials. So we have 6x raised to the power 3 plus 5x squared. Then I'm going to add plus 0x. You know, this doesn't mean anything because 0 is nothing. At the end of the day, it will not change the value of this. Minus what? 7. Why I have to add it is so that when I'm arranging terms that we obtain, I will arrange them properly. If you don't want to add it, you can still give some space, but take into account the signs. Very important. That's why it's important that we add it. Okay, so we have 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. Okay, so this is our divisor. This is dividing this. So this is the divisor, while this one is the dividend. The polynomial we want to divide is the dividend. The one we are going to use to divide it is the divisor. The answer we are going to get at the end of the day is what? Is the quotient. And what the leftover at the end of the day is the remainder. Okay, so in division of polynomial, what we do is DMS. We divide, we multiply, we subtract. That's what we do. We divide, we multiply, we subtract. Just like we do in long division when you are dealing with numbers only. Okay, now in the division again, it is the highest power of the term with the highest power in the divisor that we divide the term with the highest power in the dividend. So it's not like this we divide this, divide this, divide this, divide this, and this we divide this. No, that's not it. What is the term with the highest power here? It is this term. It is this term that will go to the word dividend and look for the term with the highest power, and that is this term. So it is this that will divide this only. Then after that division, we use the quotient. That's the answer we are going to obtain after the division, to multiply the word. We multiply the divisor, and then we'll carry out the subtraction. So that's what we are going to do. So it's not like every term here dividing every term here. No, and no. It is just the term with the highest power here. We divide the term with the highest power, and that process will continue. I will tell you when to stop. All right. So let's divide. So the first division now will be this divides this. That means 6x raised to the power 3 divided by what? 3x squared. This divide this is 2. S squared dividing s cubed, we have x. So the answer we got after division is 2x now. So we have done division. What remains is what? Multiplication, and then what? Subtraction. So we are going to do multiplication. Use the quotient to multiply the divisor. If we do that, 2x times 3x squared will give me 6x raised to the power 3. 2x times minus 2x will give me minus 4x squared. Then 2x times minus 1 will give me minus 2x. Nothing more. So we have just divided, we have multiplied. So what's the next thing? We subtract. 6x minus 6x raised to the power 3 minus 6x raised to the power 3. That's 0. Gone. Okay. Then plus 5x squared. That's what we have there. Minus 4x squared. So here you need to be careful with signs. Plus 5x squared minus. This has minus also. So this minus is that of the operation. This minus is the one that is on this term. So you see it. So this will give me plus 5x squared plus what? 4x squared. And that will give me 9x squared. Okay? 9x squared. So I'll have 9x squared. So I have 9x squared. Then 0x minus 2x. So plus 0x, which is this, minus. Then minus 2x will give me plus 0x plus 2x. That will give me plus 2x. Then I will bring down my minus 7 because he has no brother. Yeah, has no partner there. So we move on. So we have finished DMS. We still have another DMS to do because this power and this power are still the same. So we have not reduced it to be lower than this. So let's divide again. 3x squared divide 9x squared. So we have 9x squared divided by 3x squared. This is gone. This divide will give us 3. So we are going to have plus 3. Because at the end of the day, we have plus 9 there, so plus 3. So we have just divided, we obtain the what? Quotient. Use the quotient to multiply. 3 times this will give me what? 9x squared. 3 times this will give me what? Minus 6x. Then minus what? Minus 3. When 3 multiply this. Okay? So we'll subtract again. If we subtract, let's do the subtraction. This minus this, 9x squared minus this is 0. So plus 2x, which is this, minus 6x, will give me plus 2x plus 6x. That will give me what? 8x. That's positive 8x. Then we'll do this. Minus 7 minus 3 will give me minus 7 plus 3. That will give me minus 4. So we have minus 4. Are we going to continue with the division? The answer is no. The moment the power of the divisor is now greater than the power of the dividend, the division will stop. You know, I told you I'm going to tell you when to stop. So we cannot continue. What's the highest power here? 2. What's the highest power here? 1. So we can't continue. So this is our remainder. This is our remainder. This is what? Our quotient. So this is our remainder. And this is our what? Our quotient. So it means that this divided this to give us this, remaining this. That means this is still dividing this. That's what it means. So if in resolving this fraction, we have done the first part now. So we have 6x raised to the power 3 plus 5x squared minus 7 divided by what? Divided by 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. The first thing I've done is to carry out division, which I've done here. And what is the result of that division? When this divide this, we had what? 2x plus 3. That's the first thing we have. Plus what again? This is still what is remaining, and the remainder is still being divided by our divisor. So minus 2x minus 1. And now somebody is shouting, why this again? Just go down. I'm going to use a number to explain it. Now, if I have 9 divided by 4, this is a single fraction. You know, I can split this to become 8 plus 1 divided by 4. Do you agree? Yeah, that's what it means. That means I can go further to say that this is what? 8 over 4. This 4 is dividing this and also dividing this, plus 1 over 4. Right? So, you look at that. 4 divide this will give you what? 2 plus 1 over 4. You see that? So, it's just like when you now have 9 over 4. You divide, you say it's 2 whole number 1 over 4. Do you know that 2 whole number 1 over 4 is 2 plus 1 over 4? Because you said 4 divide this is 2, remainder 1. So you see that remainder is still the numerator of the divisor. Do you see that? So that's why this remainder will still be the word, the numerator of the word divisor. So that's why this still appears here. You get that now? So when 4 divide this, we had 2, remaining what? 1. So 1 over 4. So when this divide this, we had this remaining this. So this remainder should be over this. Okay? I believe that is very clear. So the same way, if you have maybe 11 divided by 3. 3 divided this will give you 3, remainder what? 2. So you have 3 whole number 2 over 3. 3 whole number 2 over 3 is something as 3 plus 2 over 3. Don't doubt it. Let's find LCM here. This over 1 now. This will give you 9. When 1 divide is 3, 3 times 3, 9. 3 divide is 1, 1 times 2. So you have 11 over 3. For those that are confused. So do you see that 3 plus 2 over this is the same thing as this? I think that is clear. So that's why this is now still over this. Okay. So, see the one that is still a fraction now that we are going to resolve. This is the one we are going to resolve. And because now the power here is now greater than the highest power here is now greater than the highest power here. So, this is what we are resolving. So, if we pick that fraction 8x minus 4 divided by 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. We're going to have, let me use P and Q. The other time I use A and B. So P and Q. So this is what I'm going to have. P over a term and Q over a term. Now, this is a quadratic expression. We need to actually, factorize this. Now, if we factorize 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. If we factorize, you remember how we carry out factorization of quadratic expressions. If I factorize, I'm going to have this 3x squared minus 3x plus x minus 1. So grouping this will give me 3x bracket x minus 1 plus x minus 1. We are not in a factorization class anyway. So if you are still finding it difficult to also factorize quadratic expression, please tell us in the comment section. Then we can actually show you how to do that. So if you complete the factorization, you are going to have 3x plus 1 into x minus 1. If you multiply these two, you arrive here. So this means that this can be written as 8s minus 4 divided by what? Divided by 3x plus 1 into x minus 1. That's what we are going to have. That's what we are going to have. So if we now probe this further, it means that the whole of this 8x minus 4 over 3x plus 1 into x minus 1 is equal to p over 3x plus 1 plus q over what? X minus 1. You know, I use letter A and B. You can use another letter. Yeah, so that's what I've done. Okay, so the business will now begin. So we need to clear the fraction. That's the next thing. Multiply both sides by what? By this, the denominator of the left hand side. If this multiply this side, the whole of this will go. That is, if we do 8x minus 4 over x over 3x plus 1 into x minus 1 times 3x plus 1 into x minus 1. If you use this to multiply this side, the whole of this will go. You see? So when we do that, when we say multiply both sides, let's write it out here. When we say multiply both sides by this denominator as 3x plus 1 into what? X minus 1 to x minus 1. If we do that, so multiplying the left hand side by that, we have 3x plus 1 into x minus 1 times 3x plus 1 into x minus 1. This will cancel out, so we are left with this. So it means that the left hand side now will become only what? 8x minus 4. Okay, equals, let's multiply p over 3x plus 1 by this again. So p over 3x plus 1 times what? 3x plus 1 into x minus 1. This is gone. So we'll be left with p and x minus 1. So we have p bracket x minus 1 plus, if we multiply q over x minus 1 with that, so we have q over x minus 1 times what? 3x plus 1 into x minus 1. This will cancel out this. We'll be left with what? Q into 3x plus 1. So that's what we're going to have. That's what we're going to have. So we'll now invoke our cover-up rule. Before we cover anything, please allow me to take water, because it's necessary. Okay? So, if we apply our cover-up rule, we can fix a value that will remove p, and also fix a value that can remove q. So let's first of all remove p and find q. What value can we substitute here to convert the whole of this to be what? 0. We can say let x be what? 1. If we do that, we have 8 times 1. If we substitute, minus 4 is equal to p times 1 minus 1 plus q times 3 times 1 plus 1. So we substitute, any place we see x, we substitute 1. So 8 times this is 8 minus 4 equals p times 0 plus q. 3 plus this is what? Sorry, 3 times this is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So times 4. So we have 4 is equal to p times this is 0 plus 4q. So 4 is equal to 4q. Therefore, q becomes 4 over 4, which is what? 1. So q is 1. So how do we find p now? We need to make this side containing, the term containing q to be what? To be 0. And what are we going to substitute? A clever person will know. So we now say let x be minus 1 over 3. I explained something in the previous video. How will I know what to substitute as x so that this becomes 0? Everything here equates it to 0. X minus 1 is 0. X is equal to 0 plus 1. X is equal to 1. That's how I obtain 1 that I will substitute here to make this to be 0. In the same way, how will I now make this to be 0? What will I substitute? This is what I want. Once this becomes 0, q will be 0. So I will now know 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. 3x is equal to 0 minus 1. 3x is minus 1. So x becomes minus 1 over 3. That's how I arrive at this. Please take note of this for subsequent questions. Okay. So let x be minus 1 over 3. So let's substitute x minus 1 over 3. So we have 8x minus 4. In this case now, x is minus 1 over 3. So 8 times minus 1 over 3 minus 4 is equal to p bracket minus 1 over 3 minus 1 plus q into 3 times minus 1 over 3 plus 1. Okay, this will give me minus 8 over 3 minus 4 equals what? Equals, this will give us what? We're going to have minus 4p over 3. Yeah, that's what we are going to have. If you do minus 1 over 3 minus 1, this is 1 over 1. This will give us minus 1, this 3, give us minus 3. So it's minus 4 over 3, which when multiplied by p, we now have what? Minus 4p for that. So this side becomes what? Q into 3 can cancel out, so we are left with minus 1 plus 1. And eventually we have minus 4p over 3 plus q times 0. So we have, let's add up this, let's evaluate this. So we have minus 4p over 3, because the whole of this is 0. So if we do this, what are we going to have at the end of the day? We'll be having around minus 20 over 3. Yes, that's what we have. Okay, let's clear here so that we can see that that's actually what we're going to have. Minus 8 over 3 minus 4. So this is 3, right? This will give us minus 8 times this minus 12. So we have minus 20 over 3. So minus 20 over 3 equals this. So if we multiply both sides, or what you say cross multiply. So if you do your cross multiplication, multiply both sides by what? By 3. But let's do the cross multiplication. This times this, so we are going to have minus 12p is equal to, this times this will give us minus 60. This times this is minus 12p. So p becomes what? Minus 60 over minus 12. So p is actually what? 5. P is 5. Wow, so that's quite interesting. P is now 5. So what is our partial fraction? What is our partial fraction? Our partial fraction now is this fraction, right? You know, it's the whole of this fraction, and the whole of this is what we have been resolving. And this is this. Look at it here now. This is this. So this fraction now is this and this, and we have found p. We have also found what? We have also found q. So what is our partial fraction now? So this is our partial fraction, 6x cubed plus 5x squared minus 7 divided by 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 will be equal to this, what we obtained from polynomial division, plus this. Now what is this? This is this, right? So the whole of this is this. So plus p over what? 3x plus 1 plus q over x minus 1. So now the question is, what is my p and what is my q? So we do that together again. 6x cubed plus 5x squared minus 7 divided by 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 will give me 2x plus 3 plus, what is my p? Where is p again? P is 5. 5 over 3x plus 1 plus, what is my q? Where do we find that q again? Somewhere there. Q is 1. So 1 over what? X minus 1. Oh, this is beautiful. So that's the partial fraction. You know why this took time is because of, we have to first of all carry out polynomial what? Polynomial division. I believe you enjoyed the video, even though it's very long. In our next video, we still have another question to solve, and probably it's still going to be a partial fraction. Thank you for following us till now. Remember, I love you.